Okay, after we are now going to cover motion along a straight line, free falling bodies, and projectile motion. But before anything else, let us nail down our vocabulary. Okay, first we have speed, which is a scalar quantity and it's always positive. No, it tells us how fast an object is. We also have velocity, which is a vector quantity. It both has magnitude and direction, and it's the rate of the change of displacement. Acceleration, which is also a vector, is the rate of change of velocity. We also have initial velocity, denoted by v sub I or v sub 0, is the velocity at the start of the motion. Final velocity is the velocity at the end of the motion. Time, denoted by small letter t, is the duration of motion and it is always positive. Displacement, increment of x or delta x is the net change in position and can be positive or negative. And distance is the total path length and it is always positive. Okay, now meron tayong unang tanong. Our first question is, an object moves in one direction with constant speed. What is its acceleration? And now to answer that, we are going to use this acceleration formula. Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity, and equation-wise it is acceleration is equals to final velocity minus initial velocity all over time. Okay, now if we say that the object moves at constant speed in one direction, ibig sabihin the velocity is constant. The speed is not changing and the direction is not changing also. Now, so Vf or the final velocity equals the initial velocity, then the velocity is not changing. Okay, ngayon, ang problem is conceptual. Walang binigay na number. And kapag ganun, as always, ang gagamitin natin is 1. Okay? Now, let Vf is equals to 1 meter per second, Vi is equals to 1 meter per second, and time natin is equals to 1 second. Let us use the formula. A is equals to Vf minus Vi divided by T. Let us substitute the value 1 meter per second minus 1 meter per second all over 1 second. And let's perform the operation. 1 meter per second minus 1 meter per second is 0 meter per second divided by 1 second. Ang acceleration natin is equals to 0 meter per second squared. And now it is very important to understand ano yung mga sign convention niya. Okay, kapag positive yung nakuha natin, it means that the velocity is increasing or the object is accelerating. Now, kapag naman negative, it means that the velocity is decreasing or nababawasan, or what we call the object is decelerating. Now naman, kapag zero ang nakuha nating acceleration, ibig sabihin, constant siya. Constant ang ating motion kasi hindi naman nagbago ang kanyang motion because Vf is equals to Vi. Now, acceleration, kapag ang nakuha nyo is 0 divided by 0, hindi po yun mangyayari. Automatically, mali yung sagot. Okay? Acceleration is never undefined. Dapat lagi yang mathematically definable. Okay, try natin. Another sample problem. A car increases its speed uniformly from 10 meter per second to 20 meter per second in 5 seconds. What is the acceleration? Okay, let's identify the given facts. We have final velocity is equals to 20 meter per second. Initial velocity is equals to 10 meter per second. And our time is equals to 5 seconds. And now we're going to use the equation acceleration is equals to final velocity minus initial velocity all over time. And then we have to substitute the values. A is equals to 20 meter per second minus 10 meter per second all over 5 seconds. And then we perform the operations. 20 minus 10 will give us 10 meter per second divided by 5 seconds. And then we also have 10 divided by 5. It will give us 2 meter per second divided by second. And then after dealing with numbers, let us deal with the units, no? Para mag-arrive tayo sa tamang units for acceleration. Again, we have 2 meter per second divided by second. Let us get 2 meter per second multiplied by 1 over s dahil yun ang kanyang reciprocal. So, we multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. Meter multiplied by 1 will give us meter. And then second multiplied by second, it will give us second square. And then let's just combine yung ating magnitude at yung units. We have A is equals to 2 meter per second square. And then in finding the displacement or the distance, we can use the formula S is equals to quantity of VI plus VF divided by 2 multiplied by time kapag acceleration is uniform. And then let's try this problem. An object traveling at 15 meter per second comes to rest uniformly after 3 seconds. Calculate the distance traveled during this time. And then let's identify the given facts. Final velocity is equals to 0 meter per second. Bakit po 0 meter per second? Again, it comes to rest. Okay, kaya hindi lang dapat sa numbers tayo nakatingin, but also sa mga clues na binibigay ng ating sample problems. The best clues na makikita nyo is nasa problem mismo. And then we have VI is equals to 15 meter per second. Time is equals to 3 seconds. And then ang hinahanap natin is the distance traveled. And then with that, S is equals to VI plus VF divided by 2 multiplied by time. And then, substitute natin yung values. 15 meter per second plus 0 meter per second divided by 2 multiplied by 3 seconds. And then, perform the operation. 15 plus 0 will give us 15 divided by 2 multiplied by 3 seconds. 15 divided by 2, it will give us 7.5 meter per second. Multiply natin sa 3 second. And then 7.5 multiplied by 3, it will give us 22.5 meter per second multiplied by second. And then tapos na tayo sa numbers, punta tayo sa units. 22.5 meter per second multiplied by s over 1. Dahil lahat po kagaya ng sa whole numbers, kapag po ang ating units ay walang denominator, automatically meron siyang 1. Okay? Meter multiplied by second will give us meter second. And then second multiplied by 1 will give us second. And then just cancel like terms. And in this case, cancel natin si seconds. So magkakaroon tayo ng 22.5 and then yung ating natirang units, meters. Ating final answer is 22.5 meters. Okay, another one. A car travels 100 meters in 5 seconds starting from rest with constant acceleration. What is its final velocity? Okay, given natin, final velocity is the unknown. Yun ang ating hinahanap. And then VI is equals to 0 meter per second. Kasi nga po, from rest. Okay, from rest. T is equals to 5 seconds. And our distance is equals to 100 meters. And then same natin formula because constant acceleration pa rin. S is equals to quantity of VI plus VF divided by 2 multiplied by time. And then, substitute natin yung values. Ating distance, 100 meters, is equals to 0 meter per second plus yung ating final velocity divided by 2 multiplied by 5 seconds. And then, ang ating pinakang goal is ma-isolate natin yung VF para mahanap natin. So, first, ang gawin natin is divide both sides by 5 seconds. And that would be 100 meters divided by 5. That will give us 20 meter per second. And then 5 divided by 5, it will just give us 1. And then, i-multiply natin yung 1. And then, magkakaroon tayo ng 0 meter per second plus Vf divided by 2. Okay, lahat ng whole numbers natin, meron yung invisible 1 as their denominator. And therefore, we have 20 meter per second divided by 1 is equals to 0 meter per second plus final velocity divided by 2. And now, what we have to do is we cross multiply, okay? Multiply natin yung numerator ng kabila sa denominator ng nasa kanan. And then yung denominator ng nasa kaliwa sa numerator naman sa kanan. And therefore, we have 20 meter per second multiplied by 2 is equals to 0 meter per second plus final velocity multiplied by 1. And then let's perform the operations. 20 multiplied by 2 is 40 meter per second. Sa kabila naman, i-multiply natin yung 1. And therefore, we have 0 meter per second plus final velocity. Okay, now ang gagawin natin is we transpose yung nasa kanan para maiwan natin si Vf. And kapag naman tumalon siya sa equal sign, magbabago tayo ng sign. So kung ang positive ay tumalon sa equal sign, magkakaroon tayo ng negative. And then kapag naman yung negative yung tumalon sa equal sign, siya naman ay magiging positive. And now we have transpose natin yung 0, magkakaroon tayo ng 40 meter per second minus 0 meter per second is equals to Vf or the final velocity. And finally, na-isolate na natin. And therefore, we have final velocity is equals to 40 meter per second. And now we have here the different kinematic equations. We have 4. Okay, first equation, Vf is equals to Vi plus At. Second equation, we have S is equals to Vi multiplied by T plus 1/2 At squared. And then we also have third equation, which is Vf squared is equals to Vi squared plus 2As. And lastly, the fourth equation, yung ginamit natin kanina, which is S is equals to Vi plus Vf all over 2 multiplied by T. Okay, first equation, ang ating Vf is equals to Vi plus At. Dito meron tayong initial velocity or yung Vi, meron din tayong acceleration, which is letter A, and meron tayong time, which is letter T. Ngayon, dito, ang hinahanap natin is si final velocity denoted by Vf. And kaya natin to pwedeng gamitin kahit wala siyang displacement na given. Sige, let's try this problem. A car accelerates from rest with a constant acceleration of 3 meter per second square for 8 seconds. What is the final velocity of the car? Okay, identify muna natin yung given. We have 0 meter per second, yung ating initial velocity kasi nga from rest. And then acceleration natin is 3 meter per second square. And we also have time, which is equals to 8 seconds. Now, let's substitute the value para sa equation na Vf is equals to Vi plus At. Magkakaroon tayo ng Vf is equals to 0 plus 3 meter per second square multiplied by 8 seconds. And then, let's perform the operations. 3 multiplied by 8, we have 24 meter per second kasi makakancel natin yung isang second na unit. Okay, perform natin 0 plus 24 meter per second will give us 24 meter per second. And therefore, our final velocity is 24 meter per second. Okay, second equation, S is equals to VIT plus 1/2 AT squared. Dito, meron tayong initial velocity which is Vi. Meron din tayong acceleration, letter A, and time, which is letter T. Dito, ang hinahanap natin is si displacement or si distance. Dito, wala tayong final velocity and equation 2 includes kung ano yung time na na-record doon sa object. Let's try this problem. A cyclist starts from rest and accelerates uniformly at 2 meter per second square for 5 seconds. How far does the cyclist travel during this time? Let's identify the given facts. VI natin is equals to 0 meter per second. Acceleration is 2 meter per second square. Ating time is 5 seconds and ating hinahanap is si displacement. And then ating equation, we have the second equation, S is equals to VI multiplied by T plus 1 half AT square. Substitute natin yung values, magkakaroon tayo ng S is equals to 0 multiplied by 5 plus 1 half multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 square. Unahin natin yung naka-square or naka-exponent. 5 square is equals to 25. And then, let's perform yung mga naka-parentheses. Okay, 0 multiplied by 5, we have 0 meters plus 1 half multiplied by 2 multiplied by 25. Unahin natin, 1 half multiplied by 2, it will give us 1. Multiplied by 25 is 25. And then, we have 0 meters plus 1 multiplied by 25 is 25. And let's perform this operation. Magkakaroon tayo ng 0 plus 25. And therefore, ang ating sagot is 25 meters. And therefore, ang sagot natin, the cyclist travels 25 meters. And then, we also have the third equation, which is Vf squared is equals to Vi squared plus 2As. Dito, we have the initial velocity, meron tayong acceleration, and meron tayong displacement. Kaya meron tayong letter S sa equation. Now, we need to find the final velocity dito, pero wala tayong given na time, kaya pwede natin gamitin itong equation na to. Again, kapag walang given na time, ito yung equation na gagamitin natin. It does not include the time variable. Okay, solve natin. A ball is thrown downward from a building with an initial velocity of 10 meter per second. After falling through a distance of 50 meters, what is the velocity of the ball? And for our acceleration due to gravity, ang gagamitin natin is 10 meter per second square. And then, identify natin ang given facts. We have VI is equals to 10 meter per second downwards dahil siya ay gravity. A is 10 meter per second square. Yan ang ating acceleration due to gravity. And then we have the displacement, which is 50 meters. And ang hahanapin natin is si final velocity. Okay, substitute natin ng value. We have Vf squared is equals to 10 meter per second square plus 2 multiplied by 10 meter per second squared multiplied by 50 meters. Okay, square natin yung 10, magiging 100 meters square per second square, plus yung 2, multiply natin sa 10, we have 20 meter per second squared multiplied by 50 meters. And then, 100 meters square per second square plus, multiply natin 20 doon sa 50, we have 1,000 meters square per second square. Ipag-add natin, we have 1,100 meters square per second square. And then, BF square pa yan ha. Ang gagawin natin is, we take the square root of these numbers. So, BF square root niya is equals to the square root of 1,100 meters square per second square. And then, dahil na square root na natin si BF square, makakancel yung kanyang square. Magkakaroon tayo ng VF na lang. And then, square root ng ating 1,100 is 10 multiplied by the square root of 11 or 10 square root of 11. And then, dahil na square na natin siya, or I mean, na square root na natin siya, makakancel na natin yung square ni meter square at saka ni second square. Ang matitira sa atin is meter per second na lang. And then, simplify natin yung 10 square root of 11. It is approximately 33.17 meter per second. And therefore, ang sagot natin is 33.17 meter per second or 10 square root of 11 meter per second. And now, after these kinematic equations, punta naman tayo sa mga free-falling bodies. Okay, in free fall na walang air resistance or neglect natin ng air resistance, all objects accelerate at the same rate regardless of mass or kung gaano sila kabigat. And sa Earth natin, ang ating acceleration due to gravity is equals to 9.8 meter per second square downward. Okay, and these are the different acceleration due to gravity ng ating mga planet here in the solar system. In-include na rin natin si Pluto. Okay? And then, papansin nyo, sa Earth, we have 9.81. And then, kapag mas magaan, what I mean is, kapag mas less yung gravitational acceleration doon sa planet na yun or kung nasaan man lugar, mas mapifeel mo na mas magaan ka, no? Halimbawa, sa Moon, mas mababa ang gravitational acceleration ng Moon kumpara sa Earth. And therefore, hindi sila ganoon kabigat, no? Kaya kumpara kapag sila ay nasa Earth. Kaya mapapansin nyo, kapag nasa Moon sila, hindi sila basta-basta bumabagsak sa ground, medyo nakapag-float sila, unlike kapag nandito sila sa Earth nila. And then, we have the air resistance, which is a friction force that acts opposite to the direction of motion through air, causing object to slow down. It increases with higher speeds and with a larger surface areas. Kaya, mas mabagal bumabagsak yung mga nakaparachute compared doon sa mga nag-skydiving nang hindi pa binubuksan yung kanilang parachute, no? So that's why kapag nag-open tayo ng parachute, nag-i-increase yung surface area and therefore lumalaki din yung kanyang air resistance. Kaya mas bumabagal silang mag-fall dito sa ground. And without air resistance, yung dalawang objects na hinulog natin from the same height at the same time, regardless kung gaano sila kabigat, they will hit the ground at the same time. They both experience yung ating acceleration due to gravity na 9.8 meter per second square and therefore mass doesn't matter in free fall. Okay, let's try to solve this problem. A stone is dropped from a building and takes 4 seconds to reach the ground. How tall is the building? Ang gagamitin natin acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square. Well, for convenience, para mas mabilis tayo makapag-solve. Dahil yung ibang CET, minsan ay hindi inaalaw yung calculators. But, use 10 meter per second square lang kapag naka-indicate doon sa problem. No? Kapag wala naka-indicate, ang gagamitin nyo pa rin is 9.8. But for this one, since naka-indicate siya, ang gagamitin natin is 10 meter per second square. Okay, gamitin natin yung mga given facts. G is equals to 10 meter per second square dahil naka-indicate sa problem. Again, kapag hindi siya naka-indicate sa problem, ang gagamitin natin is 9.8 meter per second square pa rin. And then we have time is equals to 4 seconds and h natin or height is equals to unknown. Okay, formula natin h is equals to 1/2 multiplied by g multiplied by t squared. And then, let's substitute natin yung value. H is equals to 1/2 multiplied by 10 meter per second square multiplied by 4 second square. Unahin natin square yung 4, we have 16. And therefore, magkakaroon tayo ng 1/2 multiplied by 10 meter per second squared multiplied by 16 second square. And then, we have h is equals to 1/2 multiplied by 160 meter per second square multiplied by second square. And then, kalahatiin natin yung 160. So, 1/2 multiplied by 160 will give us 80. And then, after the numbers, punta naman tayo sa mga units. At that would be 80 meter per second square multiplied by second square. Now, again, kapag a numerator is a whole number, meron niyang invisible na 1 as their denominator. So, meron tayong 80 meter per second square multiplied by second square over 1. And then, of course, cancel natin yung like terms. So, we have 80 meter per second square multiplied by second square divided by 1. Cancel natin yung second square. And then, let's copy kung ano yung matitirang units. Meron tayong h is equals to 80 meters. Let's solve another problem. If an object falls for 2 seconds from rest, approximately how long would it take to fall from twice the original height? And then, ang ating gagamiting acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second square. Okay, identify natin yung given facts. We have 2 seconds as our time. Meron tayong VI na 0 meter per second kasi siya ay from rest. And then yung ating height, yun ang una muna nating hanapin. Okay, let's find the original height. And then the original height is equals to 1/2 multiplied by g multiplied by t sub 1 square. Okay, now we have h is equals to 1/2 multiplied by yung ating acceleration due to gravity which is 10 meter per second square. Multiply natin sa ating time which is 2 second. Okay? Tapos i-square natin yung 2 and therefore magkakaroon tayo ng 4 second square. And then let's perform the operation. H is equals to 1/2 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 4. 4 multiplied by 10 will give us 40 meters kasi makakancel yung second square. And then we have 1/2 multiplied by 40 meters. And then ang kalahati ng 40 is 20 meters. Meron tayong original height na 20 meters. And according sa problem, ang ating condition is if it fall twice the original height. So, kung meron tayong original height na 20 and ang kanyang double or yung twice the height is 40 meters. Just multiply 2 by 20. So, 2 multiplied by 20 will give us 40 meters. And since meron na tayo nung twice the original height, pwede na tayong magsagot ng ating mismong problem. Okay, we have h sub 2 is equals to 40 meters. Meron tayong acceleration due to gravity which is 10 meter per second square. And then yung ating time is the unknown, yung ating hahanapin. And then we have the equation h is equals to 1/2 multiplied by g multiplied by t square. Okay? Meron tayong given na height. So we have 40 meters is equals to 1/2 multiplied by 10 meter per second square multiplied by t square. And then, 40 meters is equals to kalahati ng 10. 1/2 multiplied by 10 will give us 5 meter per second square multiplied by t square. And then, we have 40 meters is equals to 5 meter per second square multiplied by t square. So, ang gagawin natin para ma-isolate si t square, let us divide both sides by 5 meter per second square. And then, 40 divided by 5 will give us 8 second square kasi makakancel yung meters. And then, 5 divided by 5 will give us 1. And therefore, na-isolate na natin si t square. Again, letter t ang hinanap natin, yung time, and hindi yung square niya or yung t square. So, gagawin natin, let us find the square root of both sides. So, we have square root of 8s squared is equals to square root of t square. Ang square root ng 8 is approximately 2.83 seconds and that will be our time. Okay, now proceed na tayo sa projectile motions. In projectile motion, it is the motion of an object thrown into the air where after the initial launch, the air resistance is negligible or hindi natin sila kino-consider. And the only force acting is gravity. So, ang classic examples po ng ating projectile motions ay kapag po yung nagsushoot ng ball doon sa may basket, every time lalaro ng basketball, kapag yung mga soldier natin is nagpa-fire ng cannons, and even yung a ball thrown off a cliff. Okay. A projectile increases its downward speed on the way down because gawa po ng gravity hinihila niya yung projectile. Okay? And then, second, habang siya ay nagmo-move horizontally at a constant speed, the gravity pulls it downward at 9.8 meter per second square continuously. So this two motion is nangyayari at the same time or sabay, pero sila is completely independent from one another. Solve ulit tayo ng problem. A projectile is launched at 45 degrees with an initial velocity of 20 meter per second. What is approximately the horizontal range? Now, gamitin ulit natin is G is equals to 10 meter per second square. Okay, first, let us identify the given facts. Meron tayong V sub 0 or yung ating initial velocity which is 20 meter per second. G is equals to 10 meter per second square. And meron tayong yung angle or yung theta is equals to 45 degrees. Now, the equation na gagamitin natin for that is R is equals to initial velocity square multiplied by sine 2 theta all over G. And then, substitute natin ng values. R is equals to 20 meter per second square multiplied by sine ng ating 2 theta which is 2 multiplied by 45 degrees all over 10 meter per second square. Now, it will give us R is equals to, ano yung square ng 20? It will give us 400 meters per second square. And then ating sine 2 times 45, it will give us sine 90 all over 10 meter per second square. Okay? And then, sine 90 natin is equals to 1. So we have 400 meters square per second square multiplied by 1 all over 10 meter per second square. And then, multiply natin yung 1 dun sa 400. Magkakaroon tayo ng 400 meters square per second square divided by 10 meter per second square. And then, perform natin 400 divided by 10 will give us 40. And then, sa units, ano natin yung meter square, divide natin sa meter, mababawasan ng isa yung meter square. So, magkakaroon tayo ng meters. And then, yung ating second square is makakancel by another second square. And therefore, ang ating final answer is R is equals to 40 meters.